quick, before we do go any further here, I do want to mention that everything you see here is incredibly early access. It is all bound to change, and it will all change. This is basically nothing more than a physics test and kind of somewhat of a show demo, is the right way to put it. But nonetheless, welcome to Motorhead of Realms, a game focused around the automotive community and everything it has to offer, whether that be positive or negative. Why not make it all fun in one game? So the point of Motorhead Realms is to take all the different genres where the car industry exists, combine them all into one game so you have the freedom and flexibility to do whatever you want. From a racing empire to, well, let's face it, to just a crime empire. You can do anything. You can even just be an off-road explorer, or you can dabble in everything. Say you've been out racing all day, but you feel like you're just not going fast enough. Well, you can head to the Salt Flats and see if you can own the world record for top speed. Once you're done there, you can head off, go do some off-roading, either at one of the local off-roading parks or in the open world, which will be provided to you. From there, say it's not quite enough money, you can explore, do some jobs here and there, or if you really want to, you can start your crime empire. Also, remember that whole thing I said about incredibly early access? Yeah, just ignore this giant pit of death. Anyway, crime empires. Everyone's got to start somewhere, right? Well, why not lifting cars? It's about as basic as it gets, right? I mean, that's also one way to put it, I suppose. But there's always more you can do. And that is something that will be expanded on in the future, especially for multiplayer. Now, getting into multiplayer. Obviously, we have the open world setup in which we are trying to focus on. That doesn't mean you are limited to just the open world. We plan on having a large selection of tracks you can race on competitively, casually, or even just practice tune your cars to make them as quick as possible for your getaways. For the multiplayer, it'll be more so of an MMO style if we get the funding that we're looking for, where you will be in this world. You can either continue on your own, just focusing on racing, whatnot, building up your money in whatever ways possible, or you can join a crew. Crew is probably not the word we're going to stick with, but it's the best word we have right now. So in this crew, you can go ahead and build a crew garage. Now the thing with the crew garage is that it can be attacked by other crews for resources of which you currently have acquired. They can acquire them from you. Now this is different from the independent garage, which would be your personal. Your personal garage is where you store your vehicles, where you store your equipment to make maintenance and upgrades faster and cheaper. And you get to build your garage from the ground up. The crew garages have a certain number of slots regardless, based on the amount of people in your crew. They cannot be edited very much beyond just basic looks. There's no building of crew garages. And they are public space, whereas the private garages are in your own place, wherever you decide to put it. Which leads me to kind of the next point here, is the competitive racing. We want to create an actual competitive ladder in the racing world, something that I don't feel has been done yet. So going further into that, I want to create an elo system, where you race against people of your same caliber, in cars of the same caliber, on whatever track you so desire, and going into ladders where you actually have to change between tracks in a series. You have to show up for everything. From time trials to actual races, you name it, this will exist in tarmac, off-road, theoretically flight, if that's something we get into. The more funding we get, the more features will be added. This is a game we are very, very optimistic for. We really want it to happen. But unfortunately, when it comes to things like this, the only way to get anything done is with money. That's where this initial video is coming from. It's gotten to the point where I'm basically at the limit of what I can do with my current resources. I need to hire a team, I need to get a permanent location, and I need to be able to stop working 60 hours a week at my main job. Plain and simple. We're looking for as much money as we can get, and you can check out the website down below. That will lead you to a place where you can pre-order based on different packages. And again, the more you pre-order, the better the rewards. The more funding we get, the more features we will put into the game. And this is a game where we will be continuously listening to the community throughout, whether it be for features that we want added in, bugs that may have happened, or even just kind of playing around with the community, being part of the community. That's what we want as a company. And a racing game is perfect. Now, I think I've said just about everything I have to say for now. Go ahead and subscribe to this channel to stay updated with all future uploads, which will consist of any future features, anything beyond, because I do have a few more things to say. You will see probably a vlog here in the next couple of days where I will go into a little more detail on what I want out of the game, very basics. What I have said today is kind of scratching what I want the game to be, but not what I think I can do with my current resources. My current resources are very limiting. I can't do what I want. And that's where the funding comes in. Again, I need the funding to do what I want, to make this game what it needs to be. As a community, we can do that. So yeah, like I said, I'll go ahead and put that link down in the description. I'm doing this live, by the way. Hope nobody minds. I am limited on time at the moment. Make sure to subscribe, like this video so it gains a little more, at the very least a little more viewership, which will bring the channel up, which brings more people into the game. Subscribe so you don't miss any of the future videos, so you have an idea what's going on in the development of this game. And I will leave you with the remainder of this. Bear in mind the rest is very laggy. I've been playing with a little bit of terrain, texturing, whatnot, and not optimizing a whole lot. So with that, I bid you adieu. I shall turn up the game sounds and mute myself. Have a great day, night, whatever it may be where you are. My name is Caleb Tritz.